Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. It's been a little while since we played a game. We've been actually playing this other game we got off of Steam quite a bit during our vacation last week and then a little bit this week. Plus also, unfortunately, while visiting a coffee shop, I was attempting to play one of my career replays using Inside Sports Games. You haven't seen any of those lately, and I'll tell you why. Well, I was attempting to, I think I was going to play a hockey game. I set up my computer in the coffee shop. I was going to set my mic up and everything like that. And I accidentally, while going to plug in my headphones, plugged them into the USB jack. And basically, it shut down the computer right away, so I got a short in there. I haven't got it looked at yet. I'm hoping it's just a it's just a safety thing that it shut it off. Before any damage was done. Hopefully, there's no damage done on the motherboard or anything like that. But hopefully, it isn't. But I'm gonna have to get it looked at, so there won't be any Inside Sports career replays of Bobby Orr, Larry Bird, Rob Gronkowski, and Kyle Yastrzemski anytime soon, at least until I get it fixed. So anyway, but we got plenty of other stuff to do, so I'm not worried about that. But I did come up with an idea for this. The Red Sox are currently, as you can see here, 2 games out of first place with 3 games left to go. Cleveland is visiting the Yankees, and the Red Sox are playing the Blue Jays. So basically, with 3 games left, the Red Sox pretty much need to win all 3 of those games, and the Yankees need to lose 2 of those 3. It's going to be a tough task. So what I decided to do, I was just going to do a video of the computer playing both New York and Cleveland, but I decided to make it a little more interesting. That I would manage Cleveland at least until the if the Yankees clinched. Now, the Yankees if the Yankees win this game and the next game, then they clinch. And the Red Sox, even if the Red Sox win those games. So the Red Sox pretty much just have to win, and the Yankees have to lose 2 out of the 3. So anyway, rather than just watch the computer play the game, I decided I was going to manage the Cleveland Indians. So I get a little more invested in it. So I would definitely try to manage it to the best of my ability using Cleveland's team, and I thought it might be kind of fun. So, without further ado, I get Mr. Brody in the co-host seat with Purple Monkey, and we're going to play some Strat-o-matic baseball, 1978, with Cleveland against New York. And this is a game from... Hold on here. Alright, so this is a game from Friday, September 29th, 1978. It's going to be... Jim Beattie on the hill for the Yankees against David Clyde for the Cleveland Indians, and the Yankees would win this one 3-1. So we're going to give this one a shot, managing as Cleveland. So Kansas City, as you can see here, I believe it was yesterday, in yesterday's matchup, by virtue of them winning. California also won, but it didn't matter, as Kansas City was able to clinch the division. So Kansas City is now the AL West champion, so the Red Sox can beat out the Yankees, and they will play Kansas City. If not, it will be just as was played in New York against Kansas City in actual life. So let's get this started here. As you can see, I got it set to manual, so it's going to go. It'll play the day through the manual. I believe I just want to make sure I get it all set, so I am playing as Cleveland, yeah, and the computer is playing as the Yankees. So without further ado, I got Mr. Brody in the co-host seat, the Purple Monkey. Let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alright, so this is game 160 for the Yankees. And it's going to be Jim Beattie on the hill. Jim Beattie comes in with a record of 11-5, much better than he did on the actual season, just 6-9 on the actual season. ERA slightly higher, 3.97, with 125 innings pitched, 110 hits allowed, walked 60 batters, 9 more than he did in the actual season, and struck out 5 more with 70, allowing 1 more home run so far with 9. Hopefully that home run and run to ERA will change. We'll go up for both categories by quite a bit, ideally. But anyway, the defense behind Beattie is going to be White in left, Rivers in center, Piniella in right. In the infield, very good defense, very good range, with Nettles and Randolph with both 1s and Dent and Chambliss with 2s. So above average to excellent range. And Munson behind the plate above average, with Beattie on the hill also above average. So nobody below average. And just White and Piniella average. Everybody else is above or well above or excellent. So alright, so the Cleveland Indians lineup facing Jim Beattie is going to be Rick Manning, the center fielder, to lead it off, followed by Jim Norris, the left fielder. Buddy Bell, the third baseman, will hit third. Andre Thornton will bat cleanup and play first. Wayne Cage is the DH, batting fifth. Gary Alexander behind the plate hits sixth. Dwayne Kuiper, the second baseman, bats seventh. I think it's David Biggs, or Dan Biggs. Could be Dan Biggs. Yeah, Dan Briggs will be the right fielder, hitting eighth. And Tom Verizza, the shortstop, will bat ninth. So I use the as-played lineups here, as usual. But I will be making the substitutions, if any, and pitching changes as I see fit, and to try to get the Yankees to lose a game here. I'll definitely try my best, as you all know. So, all right, so Nettles and Chambliss are going to play in on the grass. Manning steps into the box. Manning comes in hitting .261 on the season with 6 homers, double the amount of home runs he hit on the actual season, and 47 RBIs, 3 behind that total. So Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson. Here's the windup and the pitch to Manning. It's going to be off the 2 column. That's going to be a ground ball to Chambliss. Up with it. We're out number 1. So the scores up here, we won't even bother going with those because they're all pretty meaningless games. Well, they all are meaningless games. The Red Sox, as you can see, do not have a score up here because we will play that game later after this one. So, all right, so next up, Jim Norris comes in hitting .285 with a homer and 22 runs batted as Mr. Brody gets back into his co-host seat there. Ready to cheer on the Indians. Right, Mr. Brody? So Beattie looks in for this. Corners are also playing in against Norris. Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson, nods his head. Here's the delivery. That's going to be a range check on Nettles at third. Nettles, excellent range. Should at least get to this one. See if he can handle it. And snares it easily. And over to first, and he's out by a step. So 2 up and 2 down for the Indians. Brings up Buddy Bell, hitting .280 on the season with 5 homers and 69 runs batted in. Defense playing back at normal depth against Bell with 2 down. And it's going to be off the 1 column, not his column of choice. That's going to be a fly ball to left. White camps under it, and the Indians go 1-2-3 in the first. So David Clyde on the hill for the Indians. He comes in with a 3-5 record, 8-11 on the actual season. ERA about a little over a half run better with 3.72, 162 innings pitched, 189 hits allowed. A lot more hits than on the actual season. 64 walks, 4 more than on the actual season, but also 24 more strikeouts, 107, matching his home run total allowed for the season. So the defense behind Rivers is going to be Norris in left, Manning in center, Briggs in right. Manning, excellent range in center. Extremely low error rating and above average arm. Briggs with an above average arm in right with an above average range. Norris, average with a slightly below average arm and a low error rating also. So all in all, the very short-handed are the Indians' outfield. Not quite as good as, well, actually, almost as good as the Yankees, not quite. So in the infield, Bell, Verizza, Kuiper, and Thornton, also above average all around. With Verizza, except for Verizza, who's average at shortstop. Verizza will commit the most errors of all of them. Bell right behind him. And Bell and Kuiper, actually, with 17 ratings. Alexander behind the plate, below average. He's more of an offensive player with a below average arm. Below average at holding runners on is Clyde, so the Yankees will look to run if they get any runners on. Indians trying to prevent that. And Clyde, average range on the hill. So the Yankees lineup is as follows. Mickey Rivers, the shortstop, will bat first, followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Batting third behind the plate, Thurman Munson. Reggie Jackson is the DH today, batting cleanup. Lou Piniella, the right fielder, hits fifth, followed by Greg Nettles, the third baseman. Batting seventh is Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. Roy White in left field will hit eighth, followed by Bucky Bleepin-Dent, the shortstop, batting ninth. So Rivers steps into the box. He comes in hitting .276 on the season, 11 points higher than on the actual season. 3 more home runs with 14 and 56 runs batted in, 8 more than on the actual season. So Bell and Thornton are playing in on the grass against Rivers, who's known to lay down a bunt on occasion. He's going to defend the pitch, and he does right here. Alexander fields it, throws to first, and throws the ball away. Wonderful. So Alexander shows his ineptitude at the defense by throwing the ball away, and Rivers will be in scoring position right away with nobody out. Oh, boy. So Willie Randolph up now. Willie Randolph comes in hitting .278, 31 points behind his actual average. Only 1 home run with 42 RBIs matching his total. Here's the windup in the pitch, and it's going to be off the 2 column. Which will be a ground ball to second. Kuiper charges it, gloves it, throws to first, and he'll be retired as Rivers moves to third now with 1 down. So Munson looking to put the Yankees on the board now, hitting .267, 30 points under his average. 1 more home run with 7, and 3 more RBIs with 74. So Clyde looks in for the sign from Alexander. Looks at the runner, kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a line out to Verizza. Rivers will have to hold. So 2 down. So Clyde 1 out away from getting out of it, but he'll have to face Reggie Jackson now, who's having an excellent season. Average-wise, not so much, as he's hitting 22 points below his average of .252, but does have 5 more home runs with 32 and 9 less RBIs with 88. So Clyde looks in for the sign from Alexander. Lefty on lefty here. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a walk. So that'll put runners at the corners with 2 down. Not the worst scenario there. But it will bring up Lou Piniella, who's hit much better average-wise hitter, hitting .322. Only 2 home runs and 62 runs batted in. So Clyde looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And this is going to be on the 4 column. And that will be a line out to Verizza. So 2 lineouts to Verizza will kill the Yankee rally. So Cleveland's able to hold the Yankees scoreless, and after 1 full, no score. So Beattie will face Thornton, Cage, and Alexander if anybody gets on Kuiper. Andre Thornton hitting just .222 on the season, 40 points below his average. 29 homers, 4 off his pace, and 87 RBIs. 18 off that pace, so he's having a below average year at the plate. See if he can improve that today against Beattie. Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson. He has the windup in the pitch. It's going to be out the 5 column. That's going to be a ground ball back to Beattie. Over to Chambliss for out number 1. So one down now for Wayne Cage. Wayne Cage hitting just 196, well below his average of 245 for the season. Does have five homers, one more home run, and 10 RBIs, 3 less than his actual season. So here's the pitch to Cage. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that will be Beattie's first strikeout. Cage strikes out looking for out number 2. Center ramp Gary Alexander, as you can see, he's had a very productive year. 256 average, 31 points higher than his average. 28 homers, one more better than his total for the season, and 9 more RBIs with 93. So let's see if Alexander can put the Indians on the board here with a long one. Long 1 column. Nope. He has an excellent 1 column. And it's going to be off the 5 column. It's going to be a range check on Munson. And it will be a pop-up. It's like a foul pop-up. And Munson is under it. At the screen, one blows it right back to him, and he makes the catch, stay in the inning. So nothing doing for the Indians in the second, so after 1.5, still no score. Clyde back out on the hill. They'll face Nettles, Chambliss, and White. Nettles hitting 289 on the season, 13 points higher, and then actually 24 homers, 3 behind his pace, and 86 RBIs, 7 off of his pace for that. Here's the pitch to Nettles. And that's going to be a walk to lead off the second. So that'll be at Chris Chambliss, so the runner on first and 1 out. Thornton holding him on. Chambliss comes in hitting 295, 21 points higher than an actual season. 20 home runs, 8 more than his total, so he's had a very good productive season. And 8 more RBIs. So it's going to be off the 2 column, which is where you want to be if you're a Red Sox fan. And that's going to be a pop-up to Bell at third. Under it, a few steps to his right, and one-hands it for out number 1. So 1 down now for Roy White. White hitting 273, close to his average for the season. 2 more home runs with 10 and 50 RBIs, 7 more. The Yankees are currently 2 games ahead of their pace, and that's going to be behind the runner. White gets a piece of it, nubs it to second. Kuiper barehands it over to first, so that'll get the runner up. But now with 2 down. So Dent has a chance to put the Yankees on top. Comes in hitting just 231 in the season, 4 homers, 29 ribbies. And it's going to be off the 5 column, and that's going to be a fly out to Norris and left to end the inning. So after 2 full, it remains scoreless in New York. Check out the scores if you like. Don Baylor did hit his 47th home run for the Angels, even though they are officially out of it. So Beattie to face the bottom third of the order for the Indians in the third. It's going to be Kuiper, Briggs, and Verizon. Kuiper hitting 270 on the season with 47 ribbies. 4 more RBIs than his total on the season. It's going to be up to 6 column. And that's going to be a range check on Beattie. He'll get to it. Oh. Follows it a little bit, but picks it up and throws it to Chambliss. And throw pulls Chambliss off the bag, but is able to swipe him with his glove for out number 1. So Dan Briggs really having a bad season, even worse than his 163, hitting just 054 in 37 at-bats. Come on, Beattie, we won't call him number 6. That is a pretty bad card there for Briggs. Oh, and that's the column we want, number 6. And that is going to be a liner, as it's off the pitcher card, and Briggs has no power. But we'll take it. It's about as good as you can get from Briggs. So the Indians have got their first hit of the game. First hit of the game for either team. Then I'll bring up Verizon with 1 down. Verizon comes in hitting 259 with 43 ribbies. 11 more RBIs than on the actual season. See if he can get that 1 home run now. That would be pretty awesome. It's off the 6th column. And he'll strike out swing for out number 2. So it brings up top of the order Manning, grounded out in his first at-bat. Gets one in the wheelhouse here. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. And we're going to send him because he was running with 2 outs, 85% chance to get to third. Indians have nothing to lose here. And Manning also advances to second on the throw, so both runners move up. So a single could plate 2 here. Jim Norris with the chance here. Norris grounded out in his first at-bat. Come on, Norris. Ooh. Come on, range check. I don't see any range checks there, unfortunately, though. So we're going to need that skinny 4 result there. We got the right thing, but the wrong split. And he'll fly out to end the inning. So the Indians get a couple of hits, leave 2 runners on, and after 2.5, it remains scoreless in New York. So top of the order, Rivers, Randolph, and Munson will go against Clyde now in the bottom of the third. Clyde reached on an error by Alexander, but was left stranded at third. It's off the 4 column. Oh, and just nice shot to Thornton. Gets the glove up and snow cones it for out number 1. So corners are playing in against Randolph also. Randolph grounded out in his first at-bat. And that's going to be the Yankees' first hit, a 1-out single for Randolph. Thornton will hold him on. This brings up third Munson, who lined out in his first at-bat. Randolph has 37 stolen bases on the season, as Clyde tries to hold them close. And nope, we're going to try throw for it. We have a 35% chance to get him out. And here's the peg, and he'll be safe. So Randolph with the steal. So base hit could score him now with Munson up. Randolph tries to take a lead. Not getting a very good lead. It looks like he's trying to go to third, but is unable to get a good lead. Clyde holds him close. And that's going to be, that distracted him enough to walk Munson. So Jackson with a chance to put the Yankees on the board. He walked in his first at-bat. First and second. Oh, and Randolph's going to get one to hit here. And that's going to be a deep fly ball to, and Briggs going back and makes the catch as Randolph tags and moves to third, but nice running catch for Briggs. Definitely saves the extra bases at least. That was close to going out of here as it up against the wall. He made the catch. No chance to get Randolph at third. So Clyde can get out of it without causing any damage here if he can get Piniella. Munson tries to get a lead here. Munson trying to distract Clyde. And that's going to be a range check on Kuiper. Kuiper above average range. Come on, Kuiper. Gets to it. And makes the play over to Thornton to end the inning. So once again, the Yankees threaten but cannot score. It's a matter of time for the Bronx Bombers. So we'll head to the 4th. No score after 3. Buddy Bell to lead it off. Flew out in his first at-bat. Good start for the Indians as Bell walks. So it brings up Andre Thornton. Definitely not going to be bunting with Thornton. Do we want to do a hit and run? Probably not. I have a feeling he strikes out quite a bit, but let's check his card. I'm going to try to use every opportunity we can here. Yeah, D hit and run, so that won't happen. Bell doesn't not with a lot of speed anyway. So Thornton steps in there, grounded out in his first at bat. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Campbell should take it to the bag himself, so that works like a sacrifice. As Bell is in scoring position with 1 down. Brings up Wayne Cage, who struck out in his first at bat. And he'll strike out looking again. 3rd K of the day for Beattie. So 2 down now. Scores go by. All right, Gary Alexander. Come on, Alexander. Come on, one column. There's some good stuff on this column. Come on, low number. Oh, and Alexander's going to hit one deep. Deep. Back to the wall. At the wall. And makes the catch on the warning track. So, made a bid for a home run there, but is unable to. So after 3.5, it remains Cleveland nothing, New York nothing. Clyde back out on the hill. He'll face Nettles to lead it off. Nettles walked in his first at-bat. Nettles gets one in the zone. He'll lace a single to the opposite field. So, Yankees had the leadoff man on. Brings up Chambliss, who popped out in his first at-bat. That's going to be a ground ball to Thornton. Bounce to first, throws to second. And that's all they'll get. So they'll get the lead runner. As Chambliss reaches on the field his choice. That brings up Roy White, grounded out in his first at-bat. They're going to go with a hit and run here. And it's going to be hit right to Verizon. Scoops it up, over to second for one, back to first. Not in time. But they do get the lead runner, so they keep the runner out of scoring position. But Bucky Dent flew out in his first at-bat. Grounds this one to Verizon. And that'll do it for the Yankees in the fourth. So after 4 full, all goose eggs up there. Bottom third of the order, Kuiper, Briggs, and Verizon up against Beattie. Kuiper grounded out in his first at-bat. Gets the base hit there. Not much on that column, but he's able to find the single up the middle. Ooh, Kuiper does have speed here. Munson's slightly above average, but Beattie is bad at holding runners on. We're going to try his steal here. So we got an 80% chance. We're gonna, if he can get the jump. Come on, get the jump. Yeah, looks like he's not going to get in time close there. So just a 35% chance we will not attempt it. Oh, Briggs. I think Briggs we're going to have probably try to bunt. Hopefully he's halfway decent at bunting. I have a feeling he's not, though. Come on, be at least a B bunter. Oh, he's a D bunter. Nope. Looks like we got a hit away with Briggs. Let's see here. What other options do we have? Probably a little too early to pinch hit, but we'll take a look. So Briggs is a right fielder. Who do we got? Paul Dade. Dade can play right field. Dade is a much better hitter. Unfortunately, he did not play in the actual game, but let's just see who else we got. Cox is more of a DH. He can play the outfield, but he's not very good defensively. Blanks is infielder. Pruitt's a catcher. Bo Diaz is a catcher. Speed, I think, is an outfielder. Not a very good hitter, but Fredo Griffin, shortstop. Bernie Carbo. He's not very good defensively. I think we're going to save Carbo for later. Alright, so we're going to hopefully get a result off of Beattie's card like we did last time. Let's hope to stay at least out of the double play. Okay, we're on Beattie's card. That's good. That's a strikeout. Briggs goes down for out number 1. Verizon, strikeout victim himself in the first time up. Lines out to Nettles. So 2 down now. Let's see if we can get the jump now. Probably going to be the same result. Yeah, again, I don't like this. It shouldn't be the same for all 3. You know, you might be able to get a jump later on, but I can understand for the same batter, but don't, because this will continue the whole inning. So don't like that. So Manning up now. Come on, Manning. And that'll be a line out to Randolph to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Indians, and halfway through it remains scoreless. Only 5 hits total, 3 for Cleveland and 2 for New York. Top of the order against Clyde, Rivers, Randolph, and Munson. Rivers reached on an error by Alexander in the first and lined out in the third, 0 for 2. Oh, that one's going to be hit into the gap. Manning won't get to that one. Fires the second. Not in time, though. So Rivers in scoring position with nobody out. Randolph 1 for 2 with a single. Oh, wrong column there. And that's going to put the Yankees on the board most likely. Ooh, 1 to 17. I think we got to keep the other runner out of scoring position. So we're going to stop the other runners from advancing. So the Yankees are on the board on the RBI single by Willie Randolph. Brings up Munson. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Randolph trying to get a lead. Clyde holding him closely. And he's going to try now. We're going to throw for him. And the high throw, stolen base again. So Randolph takes advantage of it. He gets in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Munson. Line out to Thornton for out number 1. So Reggie Jackson up now. Jackson 0 for 1 with a walk. Tries to peg off Randolph as he slides back in safely. Tried the daylight play there. 6 column. That's going to be a range check on Bell. We'll get to it. Oh, and he's going to commit the error. Oh, man. So throw pulls Thornton off the bag, and they'll put runners at the corners with 1 down for Sweet Lou. Bell and Thornton playing in. Jackson unable to get a good lead. Oh, boy. That's going to be grounded back to the pitcher. Throws home for the out. Nice. So Randolph was out on the pitch, on contact, and Clyde's able to throw him out to Alexander for the out. So 2 down now, the runners on first and second. So good job by Clyde to see if he can get Nettles here, who's walked in the second, singled in the fourth. Oh, man. And that's going to be a base hit. It's going to be the green light. Oh, boy. I think with 2 outs, we've got to try for the lead runner. Oh. The trailing runners will advance as the run comes home. So Chambliss now can double the Yankee lead now. And it'll be a fly ball to right to end the inning. But the Yankees score 2. And after 5 full, it's New York 2 and Cleveland nothing. So Beattie now with the lead. Norris, Bell, and Thornton if anybody gets on cage. Norris 0 for 2 on the day. And Norris is going to line himself a single to right. So that'll bring up the tying run. Buddy Bell. Oh, Bell is going to get one here. See if he can atone for his error here. Oh, no. He's going to line out to Reynolds and over to Chambliss, and it's a double play. Ah, man. So the Indians had an opportunity there, but Bell unable to deliver. Lines into the double play. Thornton up now. Pops up to short to end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th with the Yankees up 2-0. Have to start pulling out some strategy now. Clyde back out there. Ooh, he's already up to 103 pitches. So it looks like Jim Kern did come in. I'm going to bring in Jim Kern here. Clyde's already up to 103 pitches, so that's going to be it for Clyde. Jim Kern is going to come in. They did bring him in the 8th inning. So we're going to bring him in. Should we bring him in or should we now? Oh, Paul Russell. No, he's better against lefties. Ooh, Fishbein is awful. Everybody else is unavailable, really. Kern better against Paul Ruschel. All right, Kern's way overused though. We'll bring in Paul Ruschel. All right. So Ruschel's coming in. Ruschel 3-5 on the actual season, 3.83 earned run average, 8 innings pitched, 96 hits allowed, 20 walks, and 22 strikeouts with 3 home runs allowed. So White in the box, White switch hitter will bat lefty now. It's going to be a ground ball at the second. Kuiper's up and over to first for out number 1. So Bucky Dent up now. Dent 0 for 2 on the day. A range check on Manning, who's excellent. He'll get to it. Over to first. He'll get to it and make the catch for out number 2. So top of the order, Rivers up now. Got the Yankee rally started last inning. 1 for 3 on the day. Also reached on an error. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Briggs is there, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. So after 6 full, it's still New York 2 and Cleveland nothing. Wayne Cage to lead it off. We're going to pinch hit for Wayne Cage. Who do we bring in, though? He's slightly overused, though. Or speed, Alfredo Griffin. Yeah, he only had 4 at-bats on the actual season. He's already way overused. Could bring in Bernie Carbo now. I don't know if it's a little too early for Bernie Carbo. What's Wayne Cage play? Oh, he's the DH. If you brought in Carbo, we don't want to put Carbo in the... Yeah, I think we're going to bring in Carbo. See if Carbo can help his old team here. Yeah, we don't want to put him in the outfield anyway. He's got a good arm, but not so good a range. So Carbo is best at a DH, I think. So let's bring in Carbo for... There we go. For Wayne Cage. So Carbo is now the DH. There we go. That's much better. Carbo hitting .276 on the season with 7 homers, 38 runs batted in. 2 more home runs than the actual season. 38 RBI, 16 more than on the actual season. So come on, Carbo. See what he can do against Beattie here. He looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Oh, and Carbo's going to get one to hit here. It's in the wheelhouse. And he lines a sharp single to right. So Bernie Carbo trying to help the Red Sox here. Even though he's not on the Red Sox. We'll bring up Gary Alexander. See if Alexander came close to putting one out of here last time against Beattie. See what he can do this time. Draws the walk this time. Beattie was a little leery even though he did not get the home run. He got close to getting a home run. But the first 2 runners on for the Indians here in the 7th with nobody out. Dwayne Kuiper up now. Ooh. Briggs is horrible up next. Oh, boy. Kuiper, we don't really want to waste his at-bat, even though we probably should bunt. See what Kuiper's bunting ability is. Kuiper is an A bunter. And we could pinch hit for Briggs. For speed, just a .226 hitter. Bo Diaz, .236. Ron Pruitt, not doing so well in the season. Marvell Blanks, .254 hitter. Ted Cox. And we'll bring in Paul Dade to play. Paul Dade, not the greatest range in right field. If anybody that can play right field. Ted Cox. Not good range. Low error rating, but not good range. Oh boy. Horse Speed. Horse Speed's not bad defensively. Alright, I think we got to play for it now. I think we got to go for the bunt here. Not a lot of speed on the base paths, that's the only thing. Alright, we're going to bunt with Kuiper. He's an A bunter. Try to get the runners over with nobody out. I think that gives us our best chance here. So Nettles and Chambliss are going to play in on the corners. Kuiper squares around the bunt. And Sparky Lyle is going to come in again for Jim Beattie. Alright, so we're going to continue with bunt. It's still going to be on. Sparky Lyle comes in with a 6-5 record on the season. 13 saves, 2.99 earned average, 99 hits allowed, 99 innings pitched, 97 hits allowed, 31 walks and 29 strikeouts and 7 home runs. Come on, Sparky. Bunts at it, fielded by Tom Munson, throws to first. So Kuiper moves up the runners. So second and third now for Dan Briggs, and we're definitely going to pinch. Ooh, Briggs, though, is better. Actually, Briggs has a pretty nice card against righties. I mean, against lefties, surprisingly. He's got a lot of singles and a couple of home runs there. We are going to let Briggs hit. Let's see if they keep Lyle, and let's see. They do. Ah, wrong column, though. That's going to be a fly ball B. Let's see if it's deep enough to get the run home. Carbo tags and scores. Nice. And Alexander. So he has a 1-12 save chance. Must hold 13-19. And he only has a 25% chance of going out. So we got nothing to lose here. Let's try it. And he comes to third. So Alexander tags up too. Excellent. So we get a run in now. The runner in third now with 2 down. So let's see if Tom Verizon can deliver. Verizon 0 for 2 on the day against Beattie. So come on, Verizon. Come on, high roll, high split. No, strikes out. But the Indians do get a run. 7th inning stretch time. Here's a trivia question brought to you by Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Monkey. Here we go. So how did Ken Oberkfell bat? I thought he was a lefty. So we're going to go with lefty on that. So we get 3 choices, lefty, righty, or switch hitter. We're going to go with lefty on that one. So lock in your answers. Left-handed. Really easy question. Mr. Brody trying to give us a break there after some tough questions earlier on. So, all right. So, we headed to the home half of the 7th. We're going to leave Ruschel in there. I think we're going to leave Ruschel in there. Yeah. So, Randolph up now. Randolph hitting 2 for 3 on the day. A couple of singles against Clyde. Oh, and that one's hit deep. And that one's going to be a wall scraper. Randolph in there with a leadoff double. So not a good start for the Indians. So it'll be a Munson. Munson 0 for 2 with a walk. Oh, man. And that's going to be a base hit to left. We'll put runners at the corners for Jackson. Oh, my goodness. And that is going to be it for Ruschel. And we're going to bring in Sid Munch, though, is not great against the lefties, though. Oh, boy. Indians don't give us much of a bullpen here. Let's look at Jim Kern's card against lefties. Jim Kern, very tough against lefties. We're going to bring in Jim Kern here. Kern's going to come in to relieve Ruschel. Kern 11-4 in the season with 8 saves, 2.94 earned run average, 113 innings pitched, 85 hits allowed, 79 walks, 99 strikeouts, and 4 home runs. And again, he was used in this game. Did not fare well as he allowed 2 runs. We'll fare better. So the infield's going to play in. And Munson trying to get a lead at first. Oh, no, not the call we wanted. And that's going to be a walk to load the bases. So Lou Piniella up now, 0 for 3. And that's going to be a walk, and that'll force home a run. So Kern walks 2 batters. Indians get their run back. So Nettles up now. That's the call we wanted. It's going to be a ground ball to Kuiper. Infield is playing in, so they'll probably go home with it. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to be hit hard enough, though. Let's see. Oh, my goodness, Kuiper cannot get to it. It's a base hit, so the Indians are imploding here. 2 runs come in, and it's now 5-1. Oh, man. So not looking good for the Red Sox fans watching this one. Throws home and nails him. Okay, at least they got the runner home there. Just the first out of the inning, though. White up now. White 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, geez. Bleeding continues. Another base hit. No, actually, the runners hold. So it's going to load the bases now for Bucky Bleepin' Dent. That's a ground ball to Riser at short. Over to second for 1. Back to first, and they get the double play. But the Yankees add 3, and it's 5-1. Ugh. So Manning up now. 1 for 3 on the day. Lyle back out there again. Well, that's a base hit. So the Indians 4 runs behind now. Need a big inning here. So it's Jim Norris up now. Oh, lots of walks there. But he pops it up. So Norris cannot deliver there. So 1 down now for Buddy Bell. Lines out the Dent. So 2 down now. So time running out for the Indians here. Andre Thornton up to the plate now. Oh, and Thornton with a chance here. Thornton's going to hit one over the head of Paul Blair, is playing center now. That's going to go for extra bases. Oh, we can't afford to. Yeah, we can't. I think they're going to cut it off, though. So I'm going to set the lead runner thinking they're going to cut it off. Oh, it is coming home. Oh, crap. Hold the trailing runner, though. So Manning will score. Just barely getting in there. A little risky there, so it's 5-2 now on the RBI double by Thornton. So Bernie Carbo with a chance to bring the Indians a little closer. Come on, 1 column. Not the column we wanted. And Carbo should send him back out of play. And now he will back in the box and strike 3, swing and a miss. So 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Kern back out there. Paul Blair on the hill. Being up to the plate. Blair coming in now for Rivers, hitting .215 on the season with 3 runs batted in. And he'll pop one out to short for out number 1. So it looks like Goose Gossage is warming up in the pen there for the Yankees. And it's going to go up the 6th column. That's going to be a walk. Kern with a ton of walks. So Munson up now. Throw back to first. Safe. That's going to be a range check on Bell. Get to it. See if he can turn 2 here. Second for one, back to first. Double play. So ahead to the ninth. The Indians' last chance here, down by 3. Looks like they're going to leave Lyle in there, at least to start the inning. Alexander to lead it off. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounds this one to Dent, over to Chambliss for out number 1. So things not looking good for the Red Sox here. Still in it even if the Yankees win, but it's going to make things a little tougher as the Yankees will have to lose the next 2 games in a row. So Dwayne Kuiper up now. He's 1 for 3. That's going to be a base hit. So Kuiper with a 1-out single. Now we are going to leave Briggs in, the lefty-lefty thing. But we cannot get on his card, unfortunately. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. So 2 down now. So the Indians down to their last out. Tom Verizor 0 for 3 on the day. There's not much going on here. Who's the best against the lefties? I think this guy is, and he's not that good. Yeah, there's not a lot here. There's a 7 walk and a 7 single and a bunch of stuff here. And what do we have for him? Actually, I think we get a better shot with the 7s. I think we're going to pinch hit for Verizor. He's 0 for 3 on the day. We're going to bring in speed. Yeah. Oh, we get a walk and a single here. Bunch of singles here, but I like the walk at the 7, walk and the single. Even though this column isn't good, Verizor has a bunch of his one column is basically useless. So we're gonna bring in horse speed for Verizor. We have Griffin who can play shortstop. So horse speed in there now. 240 on the season with 10 runs batted in. So Horse needs to get on. Not going to have much of a chance there. And that's going to be a ground ball to second, and that will do it for the Indians. So the Indians cannot get the job done and fall to the Yankees 5-2. So we're going to wrap things up here quickly. We're not going to go into a full box score. So unfortunately, the Yankees still are now 2 games ahead. Winning 5-2 over the Indians. Sparked by a 3-run 7th. And let's look for your Beattie gets the win now 12-5. Slyle gets a save his 14th. Lyle with the old-fashioned 3-inning save. He allowed 1 run. Clyde gets the loss. Did not pitch horribly. Just got himself out of a couple of jams. Only 1 of the runs was earned. Ushel did not fare so well. Pitched an inning plus, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. And Jim Kern did not pitch well either. 2 hits, 2 runs. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. That was earned in 3 walks. No strikeouts for any of the Indians. So the Yankees very patient. So player of the game, I think we're going to go with Greg Nettles, who is 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in, including a... Oh, they're all singles, too. Willie Randolph had a pair of stolen bases, too. So not a lot of offense as far as production-wise. For either team, really. Especially the Indians. Kuiper and Manning for the Indians both had 2 hits. Willie Randolph was... Actually, maybe we'll give it to Willie Randolph. That was 3 for 4 also, with a run scored and an RBI and a couple of key stolen bases. I think we'll give it to Nettles. It was 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Although Jim Beattie wasn't bad either. Yeah, we'll give it to Nettles. So, alright, so that is not good. So let's take a look at the, Mr. Brody not very happy with the results here. So let's take a look at the standings now. Oops. So the Red Sox now 2.5 games behind. Yankees magic number just 1. So we pretty much know what has to happen now. The Red Sox have to win all 3 games of theirs, and the Yankees have to lose their remaining 2. So we'll be back shortly with Red Sox game number 160 against the Toronto Blue Jays, a game they would win, I believe, 11-0. So a must-win situation for the Red Sox and must-lose situation for the Yankees. So thank you for joining me. It's Renier from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host, Mr. Brody, and Purple Dinosaur for this one. Miss Mag's in the other room. Actually, Miss Mag's is in here somewhere. So we'll be back with game number 160 for the Red Sox. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.